Okay, here is a request for EOS that was made by at Limbo Land, who would like to know and maybe an analysis on the EOS coin. So let's go back to this region for now. The little higher resolution. We should be able to count. Oh yeah, it's very nice impulse. I can see it already. So let's count it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. Textbook impulse. Beautiful. Now, for the beginners, newcomers, first-time readers, those who hopefully will find my analysis helpful at the very least, I'm just going to go over the basics of what Elliott wave provides. Now, yesterday I wrote this blog. Do the news and events move the cryptocurrency market? You'll be surprised. For newcomers who want to know exactly what Elliott wave analysis is founded on, at least from a foundation point of view, I strongly recommend you read this. Look up this title. I'll post a link to this on the summary of this analysis. It'll be very, very helpful for you to read. Strongly, strongly recommended. Okay? So, wave 1 and 2, the relationship with wave 1 and 2 has to be so that wave 2 cannot exceed the bottom of or the start point of wave 1. For this 1 and 2, that's a check. Wave 3, the requirement of wave 3 is that it cannot be the shortest amongst the 5 waves. 1 can be longer than 3, but as long as 3 is longer than 2, or any one of them, it's good. Wave 4, the bottom of wave 4 cannot overlap with the top of wave 1. Pretty far apart. Check. And wave 5. This wave 5 is extended. This wave 5 is the longest wave. But as long as wave 3 is not the shortest, everything is met. All the rules and the requirements of a motive of an impulsive wave are met. Okay. This really is the epitome of a very long, extended, lethargic, churning, just chop, chop, chop in small price ranges. And it's like bleeding someone to death slowly. Okay? And we just counted these 5 waves, but 5 waves make up these 5 waves become now the subwaves of a higher order wave 1. And after 5 waves, there's a retrace, as you can see here, in 3 waves. I count 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on a daily scale, so let me just bring back the degrees. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the subwaves of a greater wave 1. And then it subdivides into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I see A, B, C. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will be 2. What did I say here was the relationship between wave 1 and 2? 2 cannot exceed the start of 1. Okay? So if this is wave 1, this is wave 2, the relationship is no different between this higher degree, 1 and 2, versus any other degree, wave 1 and 2, or 1 and 2. Doesn't matter. The key question here is this 5? Is this the end? So what did this make up? A and 2, 3, 4, 5? I'm going to call that mono. This is A. This is B. That is C. Okay. So A has 5 subwaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to remove these subwaves just to keep it cleaner. B has 3 waves. A, B, C. I'm going to remove this to keep it cleaner so you'll see it better. So if you have 5, 3, 5, then you have what's called a zigzag. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making a 1, 2, 3 for B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The bottom of wave 1 in blue, 0.48507. Bottom of this, 0.50125. Remember the relationship of wave 1 and 2? Wave 2 cannot exceed or equal the bottom of wave or starting point of wave 1. Even if it's 99.9999% retracement, which it's pretty much it is. And I've rarely seen this. And this is a crypto nature of Elliott waves where, and having counted Elliott waves for cryptos now, I'm seeing certain differences on how it behaves and counts compared to how the stocks are counted. So this is that example where this wave 2 is still valid. ABC is 2, this 1, 2, until the bottom of wave 1 is equaled, it is valid. Okay. And how will this behave once and if Bitcoin decides to take another downward draft towards, let's say, 2000, again, if he decides to do that? Most likely it may follow and invalidate this 2 count, but it seems there's no more sellers available. I mean, panic happened here, but ever since then it has been chronic churning, very lethargic, slow bleeding. Even this too shall end. My holdings in EOS are fine. The 12 to 16 month time zone I have makes it an investment, which means I allow it to do this without panic, worry, or loss of sleep. Okay, so this is EOS. 1, 2, let's see how it behaves. Should Bitcoin take another downturn? But a rise is expected. If this is 2. After 5 waves is an ABC correction. After an ABC correction is a change in trend. I've been building ladders since up here. And I'm going to be and I will be building ladders here. In fact, let's just build a ladder here right now. Let's make it easy. If you're thinking about adding to your position, I would take the bottom support. So for the newcomers, laddering your entry is important because how many times have you bought stocks or cryptos in a single transaction, let's say here, only to see prices go lower and below your buy price? Psychologically and emotionally, that's painful. And that kind of emotional and psychological pain causes you to buy high and sell low instead of the other way around. The laddering system allows as much removal of emotion, fear and greed from your entry. So by scaling it in, by scaling your entry in using the support and resistance zones, and if it happens to follow Bitcoin down and below, it invalidates this because there will be another count for that. So it shall. So here's a quick ladder. If I wanted to buy, let's say 5,000, I'd put 3,000 each on these white ones and 1,000 each on these blue extremity ones. That way you're spreading your buys out to cover yourself. In the event if you buy here or here, you have additional ones available. Depending on your personality, the way I say is any number of rung, R-U-N-G, like a ladder rung. Here's a ladder. Each buy point is equivalent to a rung in a ladder. Any ladder that has more than one rung is better than no ladder. This has 5. Okay? And you can design a number, you can add more here. You can add more in the below. And the beauty of this design is that if you have your ladder far enough apart, the chance of all of them getting filled gets smaller. So let's say I get this one filled and that one filled, only 2. The fact that I didn't get this, that, and that filled, or let's say this got filled too, but not the bottom 2. The fact that I don't have this one and this one unfilled, that means the cash I assigned for these rungs, buy points, will remain as cash. Laddering is inherently designed so that the unfilled rungs cause you to hold cash, and that's never a bad thing. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful. More to come.